Alright, I spent way too much time thinking on this, obtaining visual aids, and writing a damn script for a video that 5 of you will see, and 2 of you will actually watch all the way through. But, this is an important debate, and you are going to despise asking me the question, is cereal soup? First off, we have to define what a soup is. To me, soup is any food, usually meat, veg, and noodles, in liquid. But when you break it down to my definition, things like tomato soup, split pea soup, and French onion soup are not soups. So let's just Google the definition then. Clearly, that will improve our opinion on what is a soup. A soup, by definition, is a food prepared from meat, poultry, fish, vegetables, grains, fruit, and other ingredients, cooked in a liquid. Wait a minute, cooked? Well, that doesn't fit with what the idea of the video is, so we're just gonna ignore that I said cooked, and editor, I need you to take that out of there. Alright, let's continue like nothing happened. Cat, not now, dude. I am speaking to the viewers. I do not need your anyway, that's from Law Insider. Today I learned that there's a legal definition of soup. So that means that cereal is a soup, right? Right, but who's gonna put it into a nice scale that's easy to understand? This very professional and high-tech graph was brought to you by Paint 3D. Other paint programs are available, not an official sponsor of the channel. On the far left, you can see that we got the most basic soup, and it goes all the way to gravy, where the thickness of the liquid becomes thicker and thicker, till it isn't a soup anymore. It'll all make sense in the end, I promise. This is the part where it doesn't make sense in the end, and you came back to comment? I see you. Stop it. First up is the dry grain cereals, like Mini Wheats, Cheerios, and Kix. Take note, if you do eat any of these without the liquid of your choice, it is not a soup, and it is a war crime, you sick human being. Or you're a large baby. Consider growing up. Now, like a company in 2020, let's add some unnecessary pluses. Dry grain cereal plus marshmallows. You know them, you might love them. These are popular with kids or those who grew up eating plain Kix mixed in with a handful of Cocoa Puffs. No, Mom, it is not the same, and I am still fat. These are your Lucky Charms, Boo Berries, or just spitballing here, $35 Mario cereal that had an amiibo on the back that you bought off eBay that you're really not that proud of anymore. From fun and colorful to Grandpa's favorite cereal, now we have dry grain cereal plus dried fruit. These include things like Raisin Bran, Special K, and whatever cereal you see on the very bottom of the shelf that no one's going for. Because if you're going to eat breakfast, at least enjoy yourself in the morning. You sad, sad person. Now, I refuse to believe this next one is real, that real humans eat this, but it's dry grain cereal with fresh fruit. This isn't the pre-made stuff I'm talking about. This is for people who really have their shit together. You know, the ones in the cereal commercials. Because I have never seen a human do this in real life. Maybe they pop a banana in there, some strawberries, blueberries, get wacky, chuck a whole ass coconut in there. I don't care, I don't do this. I don't have time for this. Alright, now for the one with possibly the saddest title of all, Wet Cold Cereal. And I know what you're thinking, isn't all cereal wet and cold? For this example, no it is not, and shut up while I'm talking. Anyway, I'm talking about overnight oats. You know, the stuff that Instagram models and those guys on YouTube that are super buff try to sell you. I promise I'm not looking up buff guys on YouTube. Don't look at my search history. Don't look at my search history. Time to get a little hot. I put in the script here that there should be a winky face, like an actual winky face emoji. But I didn't know how to do that on like audio alone. So this is what you're getting, and I am so sorry. If this turns you on, there are licensed therapists that can help. So this portion is wet, hot, thin cereal. Now, I personally like mine a little bit thicker. I hate myself, but we'll get to that later. All right, get the fuck out of here. I originally had 3 more levels of oatmeal thickness, but when I was originally making this, it was only a line chart for my friends, and not a full-fledged YouTube video. But due to me not being able to explain things in just a table and having to actually talk my madness out, I dropped all of these because they really didn't make sense. It was more of a visual gag of thick with 1 C, thick with 2 C's, and thick with 3 C's, and then me talking about how if you don't have enough water in your oatmeal, it's basically gravy. But I added so much more substance to this video, so please enjoy the rest of it. If you're still here and you haven't left the video, thank you. So at this point of the little line graph that I was making, I was getting very tired, and it was like maybe 4 a.m. while I was just thinking this up. So I put yogurt, and I really didn't plan on explaining yogurt because it's just dairy, but then I thought a little bit more. There's some yogurt that has like little bits of fruit, or like the M&Ms that you can pop in them if you want the unhealthy version. And that's what I was going for with the whole yogurt section being closer to stew than it is to soup itself. This whole line chart is getting a little bit goofy. I mean, the whole premise of it is, but it's okay. We'll move on to the next thing. So, bit of an editor's note. I forgot to mention parfaits in the last part. Originally, parfaits were their own thing, but then I just realized it's an addition of just regular yogurt. You know, it's yogurt with fruit and stuff in it, which then I also realized I added dry grain cereal with marshmallows and stuff, so it should be its own thing. I'm not good at keeping to a linear thing, as you can tell, but parfaits are also in here as a soup that is closer to stew than it is to regular soup. I am so sorry for this list. And now, before we hit gravy territory, we have to talk about the deliciousness that is a smoothie in a bowl, the acai bowl, or as Google pronounces it,
Açaí.
Originally, this was a nice replacement for ice cream that was lactose-free and healthy, but food stores everywhere have been ruining that for us, selling heavily processed versions that are packed with sugar and saturated fats, making them even worse than ice cream. Wait a minute, is ice cream soup? Oh, no. Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm finally gonna describe the whole gravy thing. I have no goddamn idea what I was going for here. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I wrote down, bro, that's just gravy, as the very last thing that I put on that list. The list was completed at 5:30 in the morning. I am now recording this only at midnight. That's very surprising, but let's just go to the outro because it is so much better than this poorly written section of the video. Alrighty, there you go. Based on that very specific definition, cereal is technically a soup. But none of that really matters because it's all the opinion of a man who had way too much time on his hands. And the difference between a video like this and actual scientists classifying things is the scientists who classify things give things order, and this is just an idiot debating a thing that doesn't matter on the internet. And when we do debate dumb things like this, we open up cans of worms that we never intended to, much like the ocean technically being a soup. You know, like all the connected oceans being a soup because it's got meat and fish and plant life and rocks. And I really don't want to get into this. This is a whole nother video. Go ask Hank Green or something, please. I don't have the answer to this anymore. Hit subscribe if you'd like. I don't usually make videos like this. There's another video that will be linked somewhere. I don't know how YouTube works anymore. But it's my review of Pokemon. The MOBA. Pokemon Unite, that's the name of it. I'm not redoing this, so this is the best take you're getting. Good night. And that's it. I didn't have an outro. I don't have an outro. See you boys later.